Are we live?
Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Good morning!
Way to start off 2018 in season 2.
Sweet.
Happy Saturday. Welcome back, everyone, to the Uranus Awards. This is Going In Deep. This is our first episode of season 2, 2018.
God.
Yeah, we're here.
Crazy.
As promised, we're doing TV as well as movies still.
Yeah, man.
And we're kicking it off with Marvel and Hulu's The Runaways.
Netflix.
Yo, I barely got here.
I'm
It's
barely
early.
I'm like not even here right now.
What time did you finish this last night?
7 in the morning.
Yo, have you slept at all?
I slept for like an hour.
You know what? That's commitment.
I do it for
You deserve
guys.
the commitment award for the Uranus Awards, especially since if you would have got here for your wisdom teeth, you
Oh
really
my
would have
God.
won the award.
Honorable mention goes to Mike.
It's true.
If this is your first time joining us, welcome. This is Going In Deep. We just actually had the Uranus Awards
Yeah, last week.
on Sunday.
That was fun.
It was amazing. It was a wonderful time. You can watch it on the Facebook page. Actually, right now it's still there. We'll also be doing like a montage thing of all the episodes in one eventually.
Funniest
All the
moments.
episodes. Yeah, we'll do like the best of thing, and we'll create a montage of that, and you'll be able to watch that. We're gonna review TV shows, episodes of these TV shows. I'm so tired, I can't even think.
I think we
Movies.
all are.
And
So for the fans,
yeah,
we
Zach,
wanted
just talk for me.
to move our podcast from Tuesdays to the weekend. That way we get our content out a little faster for you guys, and you stop watching all those other posers and you watch the important reviews and the important podcasts like Going In Deep. But because Max is a stellar star and has booked a show, he has rehearsals. So we're here in Mill Iron Studios at about 10 a.m.
yeah,
on
That is-
zero sleep.
I got off rehearsal. I think I got home at like midnight-ish
Oh my god.
from Brooklyn, and like, yo, you stayed up till 7, so like, l'chaim. But like,
My excuse is so much worse. I finally sat down and started playing Pokemon Ultra Moon.
you know what? Those are
3
really great
a.m.
excuses, though. I had rehearsal. You were watching what we were supposed to be watching, and you were playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
All great things.
All right, so should we get down to it?
Brass tacks.
Brass tacks, if you will. Is it time for the first Mike's Mystery Hour?
I think first, Mike, you should give a little preface as to what happened last October with me and you in the Runaways. You guys follow us on social media. I'm sure when Mike and I were at Comic-Con, you saw a lot of Runaways stuff going on.
I have a runaway fidget spinner.
Yeah.
And the truth
And-
is as much of a comic book
Pop
fan as I am,
Hey.
I had no idea what the hell this was about.
But you're like
I now get the lockers.
Wikipedia.
I get the lockers now.
the locker. Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That was so annoying. You guys posted like 6 pictures of the lockers in order to get stuff, and I was like, stop
They give
posting.
you a different thing at each one, so you had to take a picture.
I was so annoyed.
So this is what I knew about the Runaways, right? Is I knew it was Marvel.
Mhm.
I knew they were teenagers, and I knew that fans loved this comic and wanted it to be a movie. I also knew that their parents were supervillains, but I guess for some reason I thought it would be like the son of Doctor Doom, and I thought it would be like bigger villains.
Well, you could kind of say Doctor Doom was sort of in it.
Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true.
What's that guy's name?
The
same
Julian McMahon. I probably said that wrong.
Because the other
Xander.
things that I recognize him from are I didn't watch it, but Tuck, I think it was called. That was like
He
HBO.
was like a plastic surgeon.
And then my sister watched this constantly back in the day, but Charmed, for anybody that knows.
Oh
that
my
one.
god, wait,
Yeah.
what?
He was on Charmed. He played like the sexy demon boyfriend or something. He was really young in that though.
Oh my god.
Tyler
My friend
knows what
from
I'm talking
school.
about.
But we'll get down. So Mike and I, the Runaways had a very strong presence at New York Comic Con last year. Mike and I were posting stuff because we won free fidget spinners, but we had no idea what it was. So because that was the biggest show there, we wanted to go to the panel, and we were skeptical. And when Jeff Loeb, aka Darth Vader, came out and announced it and said, "Everyone yell Hulu," Mike and I yelled Netflix.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I mean, we weren't the only ones. There was like a ton of people.
And
Netflix! Netflix.
They decided to show us a clip, and they showed us the pilot episode at Comic-Con, and
Right.
we really, well, I really liked it. I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I feel like I liked it better just watching that one episode at Comic-Con.
Really?
Not that I didn't like the series. It's
Was
like,
it because of like the atmosphere?
yeah, everybody was like having a good time with it, and I guess people were expecting clips, but they showed a whole episode, so that was pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So, on that note, Mike, what was the premise of season 1 of The Runaways?
Oh boy.
Wait, I'll let you. Hold on. Happy Women's March, everyone! To everyone who's participating.
Oh, yes.
Almost forgot to say that we saw signs and everything on the subway here, which is why probably it was running local.
Yeah, the trains were all messed up, but
Happy Women's March, New York. I'm sure it's going on everywhere else, but if you are there, be safe, be good. Thank you for what you're doing, Michael.
so The Runaways is about a Scooby-Doo gang trying to solve a
You
mystery.
write this shit. You have to write this.
No, it was just like the first thing that came to my mind.
Go ahead, bitch.
So there's a couple people with powers. There's a dinosaur, and there's the guy from Charmed who's like the big bad.
Okay.
I have to look this up.
So the Runaways are the kids, and their parents are, as you said, supervillains. Although they're not like straight up supervillains in this. And then they have to like beat them somehow and like stop the evil scheme. Honestly, it's like, I don't know, kind of generic.
So, as you guys know, I love
Oh!
Oh, thank you. Yes.
I'm looking at Charmed. Okay.
As you
Holy
guys know, I
shit.
love spoilers. So,
See, do you remember him?
Yes. Sorry.
Go on.
So, Netflix, gives us a whole season at once, and us,
The way the Lord intended
us
it.
nerds will sit down for 10 straight hours or 13 straight hours, whatever.
Take
and-
work off and not make money to watch a show.
Right, binge watch a show.
Yeah.
But this, because it's Hulu, I had to watch 1 week at a time. So I was going on Wikipedia and trying to look up things from the comics that might translate over, and similarities and differences and such.
Like looking up characters as they appear on the show or something.
Right.
Okay.
So should we just do
Episode by
spoilers, I guess?
episode or something?
Okay, we won't get into spoilers exactly, but let me say that minor spoiler, this is a little different in that in the comics, the Pride, who are the parents, are sacrificing people to these demons called the Griborum. And it's because the demons
I
have
don't think that's
promised...
a minor spoiler.
It's like first episode stuff. I don't know.
The TV show changes it, and that's what I'm gonna not say. In the
Okay.
comics, the Pride is sacrificing to the Griborum.
For the life of me, I could not remember that the entire time I was watching the show.
Did you read these?
No,
It's like trying to
I
read.
want to. I want to, and
shocked.
I'm going to because I did really like this season. So I think I'm gonna go back now and
$20 after this, he's
Read
going to the comic store to buy the shit.
dude, it's 2 blocks away. Why would?
No.
So they're sacrificing people to the Griborum because the Griborum has promised to give them everything that they ever wanted, whether it's like fame, riches, whatever. And has promised to protect their children when the Griborum come to Earth and take over the world.
Yeah.
And I guess,
See, that wasn't in the show at all.
right.
Interesting.
Also, Carolina's parents are both aliens from another planet.
So it's kind of like Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Similar, yeah. In a
Interesting.
sense.
Okay.
So this show kind of changes that formula up a little bit.
But they're not mutants, right? This isn't an X-Men show.
No, and that's another difference is
Not like the Inhumans.
since Marvel doesn't own the Fox characters yet.
Mhm.
So you know how Marvel bought Fox?
Yeah.
What? I'm just kidding.
Right. So that's such a huge deal that it actually has to go through the government. The government has to review it. So Marvel,
Because it's worth literally billions of dollars.
billions and billions, yes.
It's a monopoly, too. or
So
something.
we won't see any Fox
Great game.
characters in Marvel movies for at least a year, if not a year and a half.
Uh-huh.
But Molly, the youngest girl, is actually
With
supposed
the terrible
to be
CGI eyes.
with the terrible CGI eyes,
my
is supposed
God.
to be a mutant in the comics.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess at one point she teams up with the X-Men.
So on my subway ride here, I was just doing some research, and I looked up Molly, Runaways.
Uh-huh.
and it showed a picture of her and Wolverine together. I was like, what?
Wait,
That's
like,
dope.
together or like
Yeah, I think.
together?
Oh. It was just like a
She's
picture of them
I
like
think she's,
fighting together, I
8
think.
in the comics.
Dude, I don't know. I didn't read the comics.
Oh, one thing I read that I thought was really cool was that in the comics her name is Molly Hayes. And because the actress is Latina, they changed it to Molly Hernandez for the show.
I love that.
So that's cool.
Love that.
There's a lot of nice things about this show, like the inclusivity and, fighting the patriarchy, getting lit. Am I connecting with the kids out
getting
there?
lit.
This show has everyone represented except for poor people.
Don't forget.
Yo, those houses are really
true.
nice.
No, they go to the ghetto or something in like one of the episodes.
Oh yeah,
he's like, not on my turf, man.
that's true because Alex's dad is from the hood.
Yeah,
As we know,
He was the mob boss.
but don't forget we got shout outs to Trader Joe's, Whole Foods. There's like a lot of.
I should have binged this with Mike last night.
That's all I was noticing. Because they would like insert like little things that was like, hey kids, you like that, right?
You like Trader Joe's?
The kids like to say getting lit. Like, let's throw that into one of the episodes.
Do you think this was like
Wait.
written or produced by someone that is trying to understand what kids are like?
Yeah. Do you remember, this is a great one. Do you remember Steve Buscemi from 30 Rock?
Oh,
He's the detective. He's like,
hey kids.
So good.
Hello, fellow children.
We just watched that episode, actually.
oh, nice.
We're like 3 times through it.
So that's the thing
Wait.
though, is the writing. I mean, this has some good credit because the showrunner, which I'm still not entirely sure what showrunner does,
Yeah.
but the
Tyler?
That's what I'm doing.
we got our own fact checker.
Nice.
No, I mean, I'm
Oh.
running the showrunner.
Is that just the same as
okay.
producer then?
What you might think of as a movie producer, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it sounds like director.
It's
Or,
that plus a stage manager plus a couple other people.
Tyler, literally no one asked you.
My God.
You asked.
You have 0... I guess we lied.
sorry.
I guess you do have proof.
But every episode is written by a different person, I think, and they're also
Yes.
directed by a different person.
But it is overseen by the guy that wrote the original comic.
Yeah. Well, I just
So
noticed
everything-
like,
smart.
everything in there is approved.
Mm-hmm.
All the changes they made is approved by the guy that wrote the comic.
That's cool.
Now the showrunners, though, do you remember that show, The OC?
Yeah.
Remember that show? Yes.
That's the same showrunners.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was actually going to describe the show as like One Tree Hill meets like an X-Men show or something, but way more on the One Tree Hill side.
Yeah, but I kind of like that because that's something Marvel does well. Is all of their movies and all of their shows have a very different feel to them. You know what I mean?
Well, what I was going to say, this show is so different than, like, the Netflix shows.
Yeah.
It's shot... I mean, they're completely different characters and they all don't relate to each other. Well, whatever. But, like, the way they're shot are so different. The scripts are so different. Like, it's all Marvel and stuff. But, like, if you would have said, like, these two are not Marvel-based things, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I appreciate how different they can be. Even though, like, I want them all to kind of be related somehow. But, like, it was cool to see. Like, it's so different.
But here's the thing, too, though, is the drama in this show is more organic than shows like... all right, I'm just going to call them out. All the DC
I was waiting
TV
for you to
shows,
say, like, The Flash.
Arrow, Flash, all those shows on the CW
Where's
are
Patrick?
basically soap operas as well. But it's like forced drama and forced relationships. In this, the relationships and the drama and all that feels organic, and it's nicely met with enough action and sci-fi and interesting things to, keep you watching.
I'll meet you like halfway on that. I don't know. It was like a little too much drama for me.
So you really didn't like it?
No, I thought it was okay. Like, I actually started off the first couple of episodes being like, it's like whatever.
Uh-huh.
The middle, like, episodes like 5 or 6, like, some stuff starts to go down. But then by the end, it was just kind of like, I think in the last episode, the last, like, half hour of it is just, like, people talking to each other in, like, very uninteresting
Yeah,
ways.
we'll get more into it in spoilers, but I was a little disappointed in how the show ended. But that's the thing is, I don't think the comic book run it can't be that long because I know that it was like a big deal that they just announced and just started publishing a like sequel series where they're now they're adults.
Is that season 2?
No,
What do you mean sequel series?
a sequel comic book series.
Oh, okay.
There's a comic book series like coming out right now. It's still called The Runaways, but all the characters instead of being teenagers are adults now.
Okay.
So, I guess before we get into spoilers, let's just like kind of try and run through our Runaways real fast, and you guys just give me your opinions.
Sure.
So we'll start with our main guy, Alex. Alex Wilder.
I loved him.
You liked him?
I did. I thought he was really sweet. I thought he was very engaging from the first episode. He wasn't my favorite of the Runaways, but I think he was really well cast, and I enjoyed his performance.
I think he's kind of a brat to his parents.
Yeah. Well, their parents are also kind of terrible people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the parents were terrible.
I feel you.
But he was kind of the only one who... Like a lot of the other characters kind of have these moments with their parents where they're like, hey, I know my parents are doing messed up things, but maybe they're still good people, and, you know, maybe I can try and level with them or try and find some sort of bond still because they're still my parents.
Yeah.
And Alex was pretty much just like, no, fuck you, I'm going to take my iPad and my laptop that you guys bought me and my... Like, did you guys get that vibe?
I mean... He has his reasons, like his dad's an asshole.
Yeah.
You kind of get that, like, wow, he's like this big dude who's like, you know, kind of level-headed in a way, because he's not like, he's actually like the least worst of the other parents, I guess. He does like pretty violent stuff, but like he's not as like aggressive, I guess, as like Tina, for example, or you know, that whatever. The point is, he doesn't come off as like this super like imposing character as much, and they kind of connect over like, oh, he's my boy, like I want to talk to him about girls, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Alex saw him like kill somebody.
Yeah.
So that's kind of screw up a kid, you know. How old are they? They're 17.
I think they were supposed to be 17, but they did the Tom Holland effect. I think all those actors are like, most of them at least are in their 20s playing high schoolers.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
So
But that's totally normal.
Yeah. Back to the OC, they're all like 30 playing
Right.
high schoolers.
So the Runaways for me was like, the more I was watching it, the more I'm like, okay, this is like Marvel's version of like the Teen Titans. And so Alex kind of fulfills the same roles like Robin, where he's like the one without powers, but he's like a tech genius.
Don't forget gun powers.
Yeah, but at least Robin has like
Kill you.
gadgets and knows martial arts. Like Alex, for the most part, other than being tech support, is kind of useless.
He's the Mr. Robot of the team.
Yeah,
But he doesn't have like grappling hooks or anything like that.
yeah.
That we know of.
Ooh.
Mystery.
All right, who's next?
He's 20, by the way.
Molly. She's cool, I guess.
Okay.
A little obnoxious though, but she's got super strength.
She has super strength. She's supposed to be a mutant.
Yeah.
She was fine.
Yeah. Nothing like spectacular
I
out of that
kind of
character.
felt the way about her, the way you feel about Daphne Keane.
That she doesn't do much.
No, just that she's just like, I just couldn't get away from that just constant screaming at the very first episodes when she's like moving the car.
Yeah.
I was like, stop yelling at me. She was great. I'm just like, she read very old, but she was written very young.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Because again, I think in the comics she's supposed to be like 8 or something. She's supposed to be like real young.
Which makes a lot of sense why it was, for me, like a little wonky.
Do you think that I guess minor spoilers. So she gets her powers from the magic glowing rocks.
Hmm.
Do you think
That's
that
a
they'll go back and retcon it and just
pretty
say
big
she's
spoiler.
a mutant once Marvel gets all the Fox characters?
How could you?
I don't know.
They'll say
acted as a catalyst for the X gene.
I was gonna go there.
I don't know. You can write anything if you get creative enough.
Yeah. What about Chase? Big old teddy bear.
I thought you. Never mind.
Chase was cool.
He's a softie.
He is a softie. His dad is batshit insane.
He was great.
Yeah. Well, that's James Marsters.
Marsters?
Yeah, he was in Buffy.
Yeah, you had said that in the pilot. I thought he was one of the better villains because he just fucking snaps on a dime. He goes
And
crazy.
he has a scary face.
Yeah.
He kind of has that Willem Dafoe effect where you're just like, "Ugh." Even though, I mean, different. But like, I just like look at him, just like, you're the bad guy. I get it.
He's been doing it a long
They
time.
do a couple
Right.
of flashbacks of some of the characters and show like their relationship with their parents like growing up and stuff. And I really like Chase's, where he's like, "Oh, Dad, you said you'd be in my game." And instead of the dad being like, "Oh, I'm sorry, son, let me buy you something," the dad was just an asshole. And he's just like tough shit.
Which is really nice that like it showed the dynamic between like, you would think that Chase would be an asshole, but he's not. I mean, he kind of started off that way when their friend dies and whatever. But then like once they get back together, he becomes a softie, like you said. He's sweet, and even though his dad's terrible, he learns to be like a good person, which is really nice and refreshing.
Yeah.
It's a
Like,
little
he's
bit of a... I'm sorry, go on.
No.
I was just going to say it's a bit of a trope where it's like the jock is in an abusive relationship,
I was
and
gonna
that's
say- I
what
was
makes
gonna-
him like
I was gonna say the word jock, yeah. You know who I loved?
Who?
Nico.
She was my favorite.
Same.
She was a badass.
I really loved her.
She was cool.
I don't know why, but she was great.
She's kind of got that like Raven thing going on from Teen Titans because she's like a witch or something. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if she's a witch. The staff thing
Yeah,
is
that's
like
spoilers.
Yeah,
So her mom, it's a different actress, but that same character, Tina Minuro, is actually in Doctor Strange.
who's she play?
No, it's a different actress, but that character.
Oh, okay.
So
gotcha.
at the end of Doctor Strange in the Battle of Hong Kong or whatever, when they're in the sanctum,
Yeah.
and Wong tells everyone to get a weapon, you can see an Asian girl grab that same staff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
they-
yeah.
They kind of went like we'll get into it more, but they kind of went like Thor with the staff thing
Yeah.
in that way of explanation. Who'd we miss?
Carolina and Gert.
Gert, yeah.
I actually loved both of them.
I loved Carolina.
I was gonna say, I really like Gert.
Gert was
But maybe I have a softie
funny.
for nerds.
It was funny sometimes, and like I don't know, they made like jokes about fighting the patriarchy and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
that's
then
the
they
thing,
also
that's
like,
the thing about Gert is Gert seems like very like one dimensional of all the characters.
but they also have blowbacks on the other side, like, oh man, everything's triggering me or like something. They had a few lines like that.
I think I liked Gert's parents the most because Gert's parents were the only ones that were like, "Hey, this is starting to get messed up. We need to get out." But Tina and Carolina's mom basically weren't letting them.
Yeah,
They
were good actors too. I don't know their names, but they did a very
The
good
parents
job.
were really good.
What do you guys think of Old Lace, the dinosaur?
Scooby Doo.
Yes, what do you think of Scooby-Doo, the dinosaur?
Well, it would have been nice if it did anything for the entirety of the show.
And that's something else I can't understand is that dinosaur wasn't CGI. That was
Some of it was.
some of it, I'm sure, but it was mostly practical effects.
Well, you notice how
It
it's
was a puppet.
you can only really see the head most of the time. Like it goes into hiding. Gert finds it in a dumpster, so it's just the head poking out, or it's in the back of the truck under a blanket, just the head's poking out, that kind of thing.
Even in the beginning when it's in the basement forest thing or whatever, you just see its head behind the trees.
Yeah, I don't know. It was lost potential on that, and just kind of seemed like fan service. They were like, "Well, we have these runaway characters, and they have a pet dinosaur.
Here
What are we
it
gonna do
is.
with the dinosaur?"
Well, the first season of any show is always the worst. They just got officially renewed for a second season.
I disagree.
So
I disagree. Have
Yeah,
you
it
seen
doesn't.
American Horror Story?
I stopped watching.
Okay, well, rewatch season 1 because, dear lord, and that's on our list. And I'm very excited about it.
That's how I just feel about this whole show, is that it's like a lot of lost potential.
But maybe if the budget goes up for season 2, maybe we get some more old lace.
That's one of my problems with a lot of television shows.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, my mind I can't get past it.
The
For
cheap
most,
budget.
I'm fine with cheap budget. Because some of the best shows have cheap budgets, like whatever, like it's
Yeah.
totally fine. Sometimes when the CGI is just so bad, it takes me out of it so quickly.
But not everything can be like Game of Thrones,
And I get it.
where it's like millions.
No.
of dollars
And I don't
per
expect it to,
episode.
but like it's kind of like we talked about in Star Wars. It's like I expect something, and when it doesn't happen the way I wanted it to, I get thrown off.
But Old Lace is like a key character for the Runaways. I think it's better that they use that puppeteering and practical effect as opposed to just a purely CGI dinosaur. If it was all CGI, I think that would be even worse. It'd be terrible.
Oh, it'd probably be awful. But I'm just saying, the eyes on Molly. I'm like, this is bad.
Yeah.
Just like give her
Totally.
cool contacts or something.
What about Carol Ann's glowing effect?
I didn't mind that as much actually. I thought that was kind of cool, especially at the dance. Like the first time you see it was at the dance when she took the bracelet off. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, and it like worked because it was like a kind of place.
I love
Yeah.
that nobody
Dance.
noticed it too. She's in the middle
I was
of a
thinking the
crowd.
same thing.
It's because it's a high school party and everyone's tripping their nuts off.
Right. Yeah. Everyone has
It
nuts.
was like, whoa, colors, man.
Yeah.
Is she
Actually,
glowing?
I was super into that.
What'd you guys think of Carolina's? Carolina and her parents.
They were, I don't know, I didn't like her mom as much.
I felt like I was more scared of her mom than I was of Tina. Like, Tina's a vicious woman, but we see Tina be vulnerable at one point. You never see Carolina's mom ever break us. What is Carolina's mom's name?
Leslie, something like that?
Leslie, I
I
think.
think it's Leslie.
I think it's
Leslie.
Leslie.
Yeah.
Annie Wershing.
Leslie's a scary woman.
Yeah.
What'd you think about Carolina's dad?
Well, why don't we talk about that in spoilers?
Spoilers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we get the spoilers?
I'm ready. I took some notes.
There's one more thing I don't know, maybe we should
Go
talk
ahead,
about
go
this
ahead.
after we do. It's big problem with television, or at least this kind of television for me, is there's so many cliffhangers. Every episode ends with a cliffhanger.
Well, that's how they get you to watch the next episode.
Yeah, but I know they didn't release it all at once like they would do for like Netflix or something like that. But even Netflix has cliffhangers at like a lot of the ends of their shows, like Daredevil or The Punisher or something.
See, but that never made sense to me because I feel like the Netflix shows are very much designed to just play out like a 12-hour movie, whereas this felt more like a show.
They have to give you cliffhangers, or else you won't tune in next week.
I know,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't really like that because it's just trying to bait people into getting to watch more. When I don't know, I just don't agree with that because it's like trying to watch Lost or something. It's like, hey, let's talk about this important plot point, but we're gonna cut away right before we start talking about it. Or this happens to this character right at the end, but wait, you gotta watch next week's episode.
They want to keep you coming back. You know what I mean?
It just felt like overbearing though, with like, oh, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next?
I will say one thing about this show though is that it got me more into Hulu. And
That's
I'm not obviously I'm not paid by Hulu, even though I wish we were. But I started using Hulu a lot more after watching this show. Before that, I was just straight Netflix. I never watched anything on Hulu. So yeah, props to competition. Competition's good.
That should be. I just thought of 2 awards: A, best product placement; B, best streaming service.
Are we gonna do a best cliffhanger award?
I think so. I think that's actually really funny.
Maybe we should add that.
But should we get into spoilers?
I think yeah. Okay, so we
Wait, spoiler alert! Maybe next. I think that we'll have
A real jingle.
Well, Brett wrote the jingle. Tyler, do we have it yet? Yeah, we'll have that for next week. Meh.
Our jingle should just be wooloo wooloo.
That's it, though.
That's it.
It shouldn't be Brett recording. It should just be you, just...
Oh, all three of us.
No, just you.
All
Mike's has his mystery hour. I kind of sit here, and you have woodloodaloo. Woodloodaloo, spoiler
Okay,
alert.
So yes, this is very much a terrible soap opera. So there's a lot of relationships. Which relationship do we want to talk about first?
Where to even begin?
We got a lot of cheating. We got a lot of who's into who.
Yeah.
We got a lot of love triangles.
And every once in a while, you actually get to see some plot development.
Yeah. All right, so let's start. Let's start with. Man, I don't know. Let's start with the kids, I guess.
Okay.
So, Alex likes Nico,
Okay.
and they're kind of a couple for a little bit until Nico finds out that Alex knew about her sister's suicide for a while. Chase likes Carolina. Gert likes Chase, and they end up banging. But Carolina comes out of the closet. She likes Nico.
Love that.
So, what did you guys think of all that?
It was interesting, I guess.
Yeah?
Are you sure about that? Mike's like...
I
No,
liked,
it was like-
I liked it.
I don't know.
I felt like Carolina coming out of the closet was very it was very organic. It made sense for her character, you know.
Yeah, it was very natural, I guess. It didn't seem too out of place.
Yeah, I mean when you watch the first episode, you know you have Carolina who is just walking around promoting her mom's church and is just kind of this church going girl. And as the show progresses, you see her kind of questioning more, you know, who is she? Do we have a comment?
I'm just looking at what Tyler's doing on the screen.
Ah, sweet lesbians.
Oh, man. Continue.
So-
Scott used the L word.
I'm in lesbians with you. So yeah, that's why I felt like Carolina had the biggest character progression of all of the Runaways.
I can see that.
Apparently, in the comics, spoilers for future seasons maybe, Nico is not a lesbian.
Ooh.
And Carolina becomes engaged to a pansexual shapeshifting alien.
They don't have the money for that.
No. Well, I guess they could.
Yeah.
It'll be like,
I don't know how good it would be, but
no, it'll be like, hey, I'm just a regular looking human, but I'm an alien who never uses shape-shifting power.
yeah, they do that in Supergirl with Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, he's like a regular dude,
He's
like
a regular
90%
dude,
of the
and then he'll
time.
turn into Martian Manhunter for like they have a budget of like 30 seconds per episode of Martian Manhunter. They probably do that again.
If they have a bigger budget for season 2, I guess.
Yeah. What'd you guys think about the Chase and Gert relationship?
It was interesting. Of course, I said that about the last one too. I'm just like not a huge like
Just didn't
drama
care.
relationship kind of person. Like I thought, again, it was
But
a
these
very
are all
natural.
teenagers, man. You got all them raging hormones.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very natural progression of the characters. Like you get a little background on Gert is like into Chase. Chase is like ignoring her since they were like kids. But then like
I
she
like her.
no,
Why do you
I
like
too.
Gert so much, Max? You keep saying this.
I don't know.
Because
I
she
have-
fights the patriarchy.
No, because she's a nerd. And I love nerds. And like she got like stood up by Chase
But they're
at the
they're all
beginning.
nerds.
No, but she's like looks like the nerd. I don't know. And she got stood up by Chase at the beginning, and then they end up together. It was just very cute.
I was like, ooh, when they like go to the dance.
Do you guys feel bad for Alex at all?
Hell yeah. Totally got shafted, man.
Because he has a thing for Nico, and then basically Carolina steals his girl.
Let's do a quick rundown on Alex's relationships and what happens to him in the show.
Okay.
He gets the girl, he loses the girl, he hates his parents and basically loses them,
Right.
and they don't really even like him that much in the end. And he has no powers.
Yeah.
He's got gun powers. And he's got money powers at the end. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's true, because he goes to his dad's old co-gang member and gets some money from him.
And he can decrypt a computer lightning quick until the plot says he can't anymore.
Yeah.
If you notice that.
Wouldn't it take like 4 days to decrypt?
Yeah, but then they decrypted something, like, I'm saying decrypt, whatever, jargon. But he does it in like a second for like a computer early in the show.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he can't anymore.
Dude, I would say Gert comes out on top the most. She gets the guy. She gets a dinosaur. I mean, that's like a win-win scenario, you know what I mean?
Who doesn't want a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Never lose your dinosaur, Zach.
So
You guys are dead to me.
okay, what about the relationship amongst all the parents? We got a little bit of cheating going on, huh?
If I was in a group like that, I would just like, I don't know what I would do. Everybody's backstabbing each other. Everybody's cheating. They're like, we need to handle her. No, we got to handle him. Like, it's too much.
That was one thing that was like, so it's revealed that Chase's mom is sleeping with Tina's dad.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, alright, this is just kind of forced drama, but the more you get to know these characters and like you see the kind of psychopath that Chase's dad is and the kind of cold-hearted bitch that Tina is, the more you're like, oh, I guess this makes sense.
Her father's a terrible person, too.
Who? Nico's dad?
Yeah, Nico's dad. Because he, like, falls in love with...
He's like the biggest wuss.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. But he falls in love with...
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was. He was, like, such a...
He became obsessive. He, like, starts stalking her.
Yeah, and he gives her a gun.
Yeah.
And...
We're in spoilers. You can
Okay,
say
yeah.
he gives her a gun.
Yeah, no, I just want to go through the story. Like, we're all over the place a little bit. But so is my mind, because I
Yeah.
didn't sleep.
So should we mention Jonah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big bad of this season and probably
Should we mention
no. is Jonah. So this is what I was talking about before, right? The Graborum, those demons, and then Carolina's parents being aliens. I think they've just combined those aliens and the Graborum into one thing.
Is that what they call the light people?
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, he's a light people, and Carolyn's a light people.
Well, I guess Carolina in this would be like a half light people.
But she can still turn into a light people.
Yeah, but she's probably not as strong as Jonah.
Yeah. They do, like, their little blasty Harry Potter fight at the end.
In the comics, Frank and Leslie are literally aliens that are hiding as humans.
Then what's the point of Jonah?
To mix it up for the show, minor changes.
So wait, are they
Charmed
supposed...
into the equation?
Balthazar, that's it. That was his character in Charmed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's good to hear.
Good news. I don't think I'm gonna go back and watch Charmed, but now I know.
Character study.
But so is he the same thing as them in the comics?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this, they change it so that Leslie is a human who sleeps with an alien who is her father's friend. And when her husband finds out, they mind wipe him.
Okay. Yeah.
So Frank does not know that Carolina is not actually his daughter.
Until he finds out at the end or something,
Yeah.
I guess. He knows at the end, right?
At the end, I'm pretty sure he knows.
Okay. That wasn't super clear. I started to drift away at the last episode because it was like I'm not kidding. It was like 30 minutes of just like people talking at each other and like nothing happening.
Can we acknowledge just for 1 second what Tyler has done to our screen?
Control your hormones.
Quote, light people.
That is a mess.
It's like the Spider-Man Homecoming poster that they unveiled, just like a bunch of shit. Oh, God.
Anyone tuning into this right now is not going to know that we're talking about the Runaways. They're going to be like, what is that?
Yeah, you're so right. We're just... Yeah, what the... Like... Someone opens this, they're gonna be like, "What the hell are they talking about?" Just like relationships with aliens and like lesbian couples being great, and cheating's not a good thing,
Oh my
and
God.
light people.
A bunch of shit.
Because
I can't.
yeah.
This is very funny. Sorry, continue the conversation, but I just had to acknowledge the fantastic work that our Tyler is doing.
So the Pride is kidnapping a bunch of runaway children and sacrificing them to Jonah so Jonah can get his strength back to accomplish a goal that by the end of season 1 we still don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
And Jonah decides to start like dishing out some magic powers to people. Like Frank meets Jonah and Jonah, for whatever reason, just gives him the power to heal people. So Frank starts running around like a prophet.
Well, apparently he has no. He has like tons of those gloves to just hand out.
Right.
Just freely be like, you get some, and well, Frank gets all the gloves, but
And then he cures Chase's dad's brain tumor for like a second.
as much as like he's a terrible character, I love the dad.
Victor.
Yeah, Victor Stein.
Mm-hmm.
James Marsters does such a fucking good job with that.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want him to die at the end.
Do you think we'll see him come back?
Yeah, for sure.
So do you want to explain that whole
The
part?
Victor part.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess Victor Stein is really, really important to this group, the Pride.
Uh-huh.
He's
And
the one who, yeah.
for whatever reason, like, we don't even get to find out why, but Jonah wants him. He's like, you're the only one that's important
Yeah.
for whatever this grand scheme he's doing is. Which is, like, super disappointing that they didn't even, like, talk about it. I feel like there's some time travel shit going on because they keep talking about that.
Well, that's
they actually...
That's how the dinosaur comes about, is Gert's parents, in the comics at least, are time-traveling thieves.
Mhm.
So they actually go into the future and pay someone to genetically modify and create a dinosaur that has a psychic connection to Gert.
Why don't they just go into the past
'Cause
and
then
get
it
a
wouldn't
dinosaur?
have a psychic connection, Mike.
Shit.
You can't just be kidnapping wild dinosaurs and keeping them in your basement. You gotta make your own dinosaur.
Is this the Stone Ages?
I don't
Yeah,
know. Like, they keep alluding to stuff, and it's really frustrating that they don't.
That's why I go
Talk
on
about
Wikipedia and look up spoilers.
Yeah, the amount of times that somebody's like about to say something and then they cut away is just like maddening.
So Victor finds out that his wife is cheating, calls him out. Jonah, and then suffers from a brain aneurysm. Jonah heals him, and he becomes like best dad in the world, best husband in the world. His wife stops cheating. Tina's dad starts stalking Chase's mom. Chase's mom tries to break it off, and then I guess Jonah's magic wears off, and Victor beats the shit out of Chase.
Yeah.
So Chase's mom shoots him, puts him in a coma.
Do you think he was gonna kill him, or do you think he was just gonna like knock his ass out with the fist of guns?
I think, I mean, I kind of looked at it like roid rage, where he just like wasn't in control of his actions, I guess.
Yeah, so he's probably gonna kill
He
him.
was
I
probably
guess.
going to kill him.
Yeah.
He's probably going to straight murder him.
And even like I guess future Chase is like, don't pick up
Oh,
the
yeah.
guns. So they do a little time travel stuff.
That was a little cliffhanger. You think we'll see that come back?
They gotta. I mean, it's like you don't just put time travel into a show like this and then not use it
I
more.
like how future Chase is literally just the same actor wearing a fake beard.
Was it? Okay, it was like the screen was so grainy I
He's
couldn't
like wearing
even
a
tell.
fake beard and some glasses. It was so terrible.
I'm just like, come on, do better. That's the shit that annoys me.
So I have one more spoiler I want to talk about, and this is something that kind of pissed me off, is they say that the staff of one, which is Tina and Nico's staff, is not magic. It's a it's technology that she made.
I like the Doctor Who. The
Dude,
TARDIS.
time travel, yeah, man. You gotta. If you guys learn one thing today, it's make your own dinosaur.
So I'm sorry. Go back to the staff. Is it
Yeah,
science?
It's
Is
not
it magic?
It's not magic. It's just yeah.
Yeah, which makes no sense because you literally see that same character in Doctor Strange.
So it's
This is all supposed to be part of the shared
all canon.
universe.
it can make barriers. It can melt bullets in the air and stop them too, and do all that. But it's not magic. It's like, let's say nanites or something. It's technology.
I hope they.
Wait, what are her? She says, it's super. Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember because she says something so generic. It's like, audience, don't even think about it. Just roll with it. We don't want to explain this.
Why couldn't you just leave it as being magic?
There's like,
Okay, once you bring 1,000-year-old aliens impregnating women into the equation, and we're supposed to accept that, I can accept that magic also exists. Especially because most of the people watching this show probably go see all those same movies. We've all seen Doctor Strange and Thor.
I have not seen Doctor Strange. Oh, I was thinking of Doctor Who. I'm sorry, I have
Whoa.
seen Doctor Strange. Half asleep.
Didn't we see that together?
I think we watched it at your.
Yes.
No, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know, guys.
Whatever. All right.
Tyler, what do you have to say?
Oh, I'm saying it.
You sure are. You've just made
So much
a
stuff
beautiful
in there.
collage of shit. It's
Cliffhangers and dinosaurs and all sorts of things.
that's genius.
Yeah,
A cliffhanger.
and the dinosaurs
Can we
on
just
it.
do random collages every episode?
I think that's what's gonna happen. What is this side left thing?
The TARDIS.
Yeah, Doctor
That's
Who.
from Doctor Who.
No,
That's-
this.
Oh, that's a picture of somebody. I think.
Yeah, it's part of the whole Doctor Strange thing.
Gotcha.
I'm into it.
Oh, that's Tina in Doctor Strange.
That's so funny.
Listen,
Very
if this
cool.
is how our morning episodes are gonna go, I'm digging this. Do you guys want to grab some brunch afterwards?
I'm down.
Unlimited mimosas. You know
I
all I'm
have to go
saying.
to rehearsal in Brooklyn.
Okay, so what would you guys change? Oh, we didn't even say how it ends. It ends with them going on the Runaways.
Truly.
Yeah.
The show is called The Runaways,
And they goes on the runaways.
and they don't run away until the very end.
Hey guys,
Well,
what
it's
should we
in it
call
together.
ourselves? The Runaways? Oh, he said it.
Yeah,
of my favorite
but
things.
even that wasn't like, oh, let's call ourselves Runaways because we run away. They're like, it's like episode like 3 or 4, and they're like, let's call ourselves the Runaways because our parents are killing people that are runaways. So it's in honor of them.
Yeah.
What? No, that's not the point of this.
I think they're trying to avenge people. Maybe they should have been like the Avenger people.
So who is your favorite Marvel team then? The Avengers, the Defenders,
No.
the Runaways,
No.
or the Revengers?
who the fuck are the
Remember
Revengers?
Thor Ragnarok?
Oh yeah, the Revengers. Hey, you want to start a revolution?
Avengers.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, and that last scene is literally just they're going on the Runaways. Is literally just them running down an alley.
With a dinosaur.
But because
No destination, just them running down an
No,
alley.
but why?
I mean, why?
They put a blast on television to be like, hey, if you see these kids,
Right.
call the
Like, why did they
police."
run
Oh,
away?
yeah.
I'm saying they didn't just like be like, let's all run away. There was a
The
reason.
parents hit them with the double whammy too. They're like these kids kidnapped this little girl and murdered this other girl.
Yeah, so the parents basically turned on their kids.
Ice cold.
Also, Tyler, with I have rehearsal at the back.
What would you guys have changed?
A lot of stuff.
Okay, go down your list.
Make the dinosaur actually do something instead of just being there for fan service. Make it not so cliffhangery. Just because, I mean, people are going to watch the show. You don't need to be, like, baiting them, like, every couple minutes with plot hole points and stuff. And, I don't know, just, like, some of the dialogue was a little weird. Some of the choices and, like, direction were a little weird. Like, I remember Molly in like an early episode like lifts a car or something, and she's like, "Oh, I'm tired after using my powers." Falls asleep on the hood of the car. like 2 minutes later. This is just weird, right?
Yeah.
Am I the only one who thought that? Okay. Guess I'm alone on that.
No, I feel you.
What about you, Max? Did you change anything?
I'd say make the CGI better, but like I get there's budgets. But I just like I was so turned off as soon as I saw her lifting the car for the first time, and then her
Yellow
fiery orange yellow eyes. I was like, oh no, this is terrible. Took me completely out of the show.
Yeah, I know what you
But
mean.
again, you do with what you can with the budget. It was,
Yeah.
I think it was a really well written story. I think it was really well acted by these kids who I don't really know too well. Actually, most of them I don't think are like big. I think the adults are more well known.
Yeah.
You know, like Frank Dean, Kip. He's in Remember the Titans.
Oh, the girl that plays Carolina is going to be in Halloween.
That's
The-
cool.
the
Coming out
remake?
this year, yeah.
Nice.
That's really exciting news.
So,
Can I just do a shout out to the soundtrack? I thought that was pretty cool.
really?
Yeah, I like the soundtrack for the show. It was not bad.
That's good. What would I have changed? So I understand it's like a limited series that this comic series kind of ended already, and you got to milk it because they don't know how many seasons they're gonna do. But I just felt like maybe they're milking it a little too much.
Love milk.
Like they should have gone on the Runaways by like halfway through, by like episode 5. Because I felt like this every episode I'm waiting. I'm like, all right, are they gonna go run away now? Are they gonna run away now? And it doesn't happen until the very end.
Yeah.
I like that they ran away at the end because it wouldn't make sense to do it at the very. I mean, it's all kind of assumed at the beginning.
But
They
that's-
set it up as like the girl running away.
Again, I want to read this comic series now, but I mean, my impression was that it was like a group of kids on the run that are also superheroes. You know,
Right.
like you've seen clips, or maybe I don't know, maybe you've watched, but like you remember the 1970s Incredible Hulk, where he just kind of travels from town to town doing
Right.
bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it'd be like that, but with a group of kids and a dinosaur.
Going from town to town.
Yeah,
Overall, I think it was a good show. I think it had good characters. I think it was
Yeah.
it was fun. It's not the best Marvel show by any means,
No.
but it had really great moments, and I think it has. I'm happy that it got renewed.
yeah.
I think it deserves a second season.
Again, hopefully the second season has a much higher budget.
I hope so.
And better script. I mean, that's just me, though.
Fair.
I don't like plot holes and stuff like that. It just bothers me.
Have you seen Star Wars? Shut. You guys, we have a really great video coming out. It's going to be Tyler. Now it's officially on this video, so you have to do it. Just look out for a Tyler video of meh.
Can we do Tyler Explains Star Wars?
Yes.
Here's the thing.
Please.
Tyler's very knowledgeable about Star Wars. He just doesn't think it's good. Which is just, like, funny to me.
That's okay. He's just wrong.
Exactly. Oh, my God. It wouldn't be an episode if I didn't say that and if your opinion wasn't wrong.
Nominations?
I only have a few.
Okay.
Um,
You start us off.
the more we talked about it, I did have it for best Marvel television show, but then I'm like, no. Because I think
Jessica
that-
Jones.
Jessica Jones is gonna. I mean, listen. This last year, I was very like, oh, I'm gonna give it this, and this. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
and be harder on it, but I probably won't be. But, I don't know. I don't think I would give it best Marvel television show. Like, I really liked it, but I didn't like freak out about it like I did with all the Netflix shows. Like, except for Iron Fist.
Okay. Sorry.
Although my cousin was great in it.
Sorry to interrupt. Let me just comment. So I had actually written down best Marvel show, but I crossed it out because
Yeah.
so
Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
well actually before this show came out, before it was officially aired, someone somehow released the first 2 episodes of this with Russian voiceovers,
Uh-huh.
and the first 2 episodes of Cloak and Dagger with Russian voiceovers.
When does that come out? I know we're doing it, but...
Oh, it just got announced like this week. What did I say? It was like June or something? I think in June.
Tell me about it, comrade.
So
Niet.
Although I don't speak Russian, what I saw of Cloak and Dagger, I think that's gonna be the best Marvel show this year.
I think it could be pretty dope.
So I don't want to give any spoilers, but
Wait, weren't you telling me though that that's going to be even more drama, relationshipy?
yeah, but I feel like it's a different kind of drama. Like I feel like it has a lot to do with like interracial relationships and like class differences and.
I don't want to watch like One Tree Hill though with superpowers.
Well, tough shit, Mike.
I do.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Max. Go ahead and. Other
I
awards?
have Best Supporting Actress for Lyrica Okano. Excuse me. We don't have Xander here, so we don't know how to pronounce people's names. As Nico. I have Best Romance for Gert and Chase because I'm a sucker for that kind of shit. I do have it for Best New Series. I'm sure that will not be a thing at the end because I think
What
there's
other
a
news series we have? Cloak and Dagger.
Black Lightning, which is dope. Cloak and Dagger.
Krypton.
Krypton.
The Gifted.
The Gifted. And
What's the other one?
The Tick.
Legion or something?
Legion.
That's not new though. That's getting a second.
Oh, Electric
season.
Dreams, maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
So I don't think it'll end up being in there. And I also have it for surprise hit of the year because I don't know. I wasn't too excited about the trailer for this, and then I saw it. I was like, oh, this is better than I thought it was going to be.
All right.
But that's it. Usually I give like 20 away, but I only have a few for this. 4? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 4. Oh, Tyler, I like what you're doing. That's adorable. That's cute. Who's next?
You want to go, Mike?
Yeah. I mean, I stayed up all night watching it. I didn't even have time. But I'll say actress in a leading role for Gert. I think that no. There's like 5 or 6 main characters
I think
here.
Alex is probably our protagonist.
Okay, fine.
It mostly centers around him.
Supporting actress for her.
Maybe by season like 7 you'll get this.
Actor in a supporting role for James Marster. We got best soundtrack, or do we have best soundtrack? I'm so sorry, I was not.
I think we have a best theme song. Like
Best theme song. The theme song was pretty cool.
You liked it?
Yeah,
Really?
Do-do.
yeah. I
That's kinda
really
boring.
fit with the intro. I guess I don't know. It wasn't bad. I
I think it's better than it was a better intro theme song than some of the more recent Marvel shows like
Really?
Iron Fist and the Punisher. Those opening theme songs
Are dope.
boring.
No, you're wrong. I also love the Punisher.
I didn't care for it.
Oh my god, it's maybe I just have a big old crush on him.
So-
He's awesome.
For best villain, would you say that only Jonah can be the villain, or
No, I think
could
there's a
James?
lot of
Like
there's a
17
lot of
villains in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally all of the Pride.
I'm gonna give that to Victor Stein as well because he just
Yeah.
he really drew me in with that.
So 2 nominations, 1 for Jonah and 1 for Victor Stein.
No, I didn't even really like Jonah that much. He was very boring and dull. He was like, I'm a big bad evil guy. I want to like destroy the earth or something. That's it.
Okay.
Whereas like
So
Victor
just
Stein,
Victor Stein.
he had like a lot of depth. He was like, he wanted to care about his kid, but like he was just a fucking asshole and like he beat him up and stuff. Like that is way more villainous,
All right.
I'd say, than like trying to take over the world kind
That's
of dude.
fair.
How about best romance for Gert and Chase? I thought that was
That's what I said.
not bad. And yeah, that's it. It was okay.
Fair enough.
So I feel like I've got basically everything you guys mentioned. I've got supporting actress Lyrica Okano as Nico. I've got best villain actually for Jonah because I was very interested throughout this.
And his charmed.
Yeah, I was charmed by his performance.
I couldn't find the joke, but I was like, he'll get it for me.
No, he was an interesting villain though. Like from the start, when we see him as the flaky dude in the bed, like I'm like, oh, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Like I genuinely want to know more. And then once he's all, up and sexy again, I'm going through it the whole time. Like, all right, what is this guy's plan? What is he doing? I was genuinely interested in what was going on. You know what I mean? Like, was Carolina conceived on purpose, or was that like just an accident of him, kind of pulling a Bill Clinton and just grabbing whatever was near him?
I guess you gotta just wait for season 2, like for everything else that happened in the show.
Yes. I also have Gert and Chase for best romance.
I'm shocked.
I have our new creature award for Old Lace. I like Old Lace.
All right.
Okay.
I have surprise hit of the year, best new series, and Easter egg. The coffee shop they go to is called Timely Comics, and Marvel used to be, or I think you know what I was trying to say.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm still half
All right.
asleep.
You said Marvel.
Let's rewind.
What?
So Marvel was originally called Timely Comics.
Oh, yeah.
The coffee shop they go to is called Timely Coffee.
That's adorable.
Nice.
Timely Coffee is an Easter egg for Marvel's original name, Timely Comics.
That's cute.
So those are my noms.
But wait, as
You
long
have
as
the
I
most nominations of everyone. Tyler, I love
shit.
what you're doing.
I
This
don't
is
know.
really cute.
Is that right? 7?
as long
Yeah,
as
dude. I'm usually the one who has like 20.
as long as I still got the thought though, what was with the 2001 Space Odyssey room that flaky guy was in?
I don't know. I mean, I guess because he's an alien from space.
Like, it was the exact same setup, almost. I was like, is this 2001 or something?
Do you think it was an Easter egg for 2001: Space Odyssey?
Maybe not intentionally, but it just looks so much like it. It's got, like, the lighted tile floor and, like, the
It had
similar
to have
architecture.
it had to have at least been like a nod to that.
Maybe.
There's no way you have a character from space in a room that looks like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
There's no way it wasn't. Plus, you see that room in 2001: A Space Odyssey after you go through the light thing.
Yeah.
And Jonah's whole thing is he is a being of light or whatever.
Maybe throw that in as an Easter egg.
You want to
Oh.
nominate it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, add one more for Mike.
Uno mas.
Get it together, Tyler. Huh.
All right.
Did we... I might be a little tired. Did we say best show? Are we doing that like we did for...
Oh, at the last second?
We have
Yeah.
we have a best show. I'm not nominating it for best show, but
not
I would
either.
nominate
Nah,
for
me neither.
surprise hit of the year and best new series.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah,
Oh, that was a nice little squeak you had there.
yeah.
He was cute. He was
I'm
kind.
going through puberty. Puberty.
Same, dude. I'm always going through puberty.
Yeah, I would recommend it. I mean, I love the MCU. I watch everything connected to this massive shared universe, which is becoming less and less shared. I'm a huge fan of the Netflix series, but I was a little disappointed with the last couple, and I think that this was refreshing. It was different. It's not gritty street crime like the Netflix series, but it was still a really good show.
That's fair.
I enjoyed this more than The Punisher. I'm going to be honest.
I think you're ridiculous because I think The Punisher is the best Netflix show besides Daredevil.
Mike and I binged The Punisher, and I thought it was slow. Since we're not doing The Punisher, I guess we could talk about it for like a half a second. But full spoilers.
Wait, because I actually haven't finished it yet.
How much have
What?
you seen?
Really?
I'm only like 6 or 7 episodes in.
Okay, so then you would know. I think
Well,
it
it's
takes him
just
like
not-
4 or 5 episodes
Oh.
just to get some guns.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
doesn't matter because he can act the shit out of anything, and I didn't care.
But the biggest complaint with Iron Fist was people were like, there's too many boardroom meetings. So what do they do with The Punisher? Boardroom meetings.
I don't know. I'm super invested.
But I have a huge crush on that agent from The Punisher. With the sweet Mustang.
Who's the agent? What?
The agent that's investigating him?
The girl?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
No,
they
the
have
guy,
their
Mike.
little, like, no, I didn't I don't know, man. They had, like, the car thing where they're, like, playing chicken
Yeah.
in the alleyway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alright.
Ratings?
What is next week? Because ratings
Stars?
4.
3.5.
3.
Okay.
Zach, giving out the most noms, giving out the highest star.
I was pleasantly surprised by this. Again, I saw Marvel's Teen Titans on Hulu and thought it was going to be crap. And then once we were in Comic-Con and watched this pilot, I was like, ooh. Interesting. Do you remember when we were there and I looked over at the girl next to me and I'm like, why is there a dinosaur? That girl was so pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry
Wait.
if you're watching this. I apologize.
I just want to.
What-
Can we make fun of Jeff Loeb? I just want to roast him.
Yo, what is next week? My calendar got deleted. I don't remember what we're doing next week.
Oh, I rely on you for those things.
Wait,
Oh,
wait. Hold on. I got you.
I know what we're doing on the 17th of March.
Hold on.
But everything up to that got deleted, and I have no idea why.
Listen, unless mine got deleted, hold on.
I'm
Give
a
me one
pen
second. I
papers
got you.
type of guy.
Didn't you write it all down?
Yeah, at home.
Well, take a picture of it on your phone.
Wait, today is the 20th, so next week is
27th.
Nope, don't have it.
Oh, I think it's Maze Runner.
You might be right.
Yeah, something like
So
that.
It's a movie.
Tune in next week for maybe the final Maze Runner movie.
For maybe Maze Runner.
Maybe not. Who knows?
Maybe the pun. We have no idea. Yeah.
Tune in for a surprise episode.
Yay!
We'll decide on the spot.
All
We'll
right,
figure that
guys.
out like probably right after this.
You want to send us off, Mike?
Yeah, so this is going in deep, going dark.